All right, so we'll get into the news headlines. Let's go to citynewsroom.com and ChannelOneNews.com, and then we'll take a look at what their dailies have for us as well. All right. So let's get to ChannelOneNews.com first of all. Attorney General to address media on oral investigations today. We have a choreography teacher jailed 6 years for sexually abusing 7 children in Chifuhiman. Wow. Yeah, I really do. I mean, it must be with hard labor. This is a very dastardly act, you know, and has to be punished severely. Kumasi traders pledge support for new KGTR market, IMC. We have still news from Ashanti region. Amakohene plans new access routes at Edum PZ to curb fire hazards. All right, Okada riders will be mandated to wear specific uniforms after legislation. This is coming from the National Road Safety Association boss. I'll take you to, let's take a look at citynewsroom.com. On citynewsroom.com, we have only 48% of produced water gets to final consumer. This is not good. Yeah, so more than 50% is wasted along the way. Wow. Wow. Interior Minister calls for 24-hour police unit to support 24-hour economy. Attorney General to brief public on oral investigations today. We have Bank of Ghana's MPC begins crucial meeting to review economic outlook. And we have T-bills. Government falls short of target by 2.8 billion Ghana cedis. All right, so that's what we have for citynewsroom.com and ChannelOneNews.com. Let me take you to the printed press, and we'll look at some of the headlines that we have for you. Let's start with the Daily Graphic. Now, on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have, "You can't be a minor in government." This is coming from Mahama to his appointees. Renamed Tamale Airport after Nagbewa. Yana appeals to President Mahama. Efficiency shift system key to 24-hour economy success. KPMG is there being quoted. And we have Omni Basic Bank doubles profit to 314 million Ghana cedis. Now on the back page of the Daily Graphic, we have Do or Die. Black Stars chase vital win against resurgent Madagascar. All right, so looking forward to what happens tonight. Let's go to the Ghanaian Times. On the front page, we have Western Regional Chiefs declare support for Dr. Aubin to drive Petroleum Hub project. Tree for Life initiative, 7 million seedlings to be planted nationwide. Government releases 265.2 million Ghana cedis for LEAP beneficiaries. And March 31st and April 1st have been declared statutory public holidays. We also have 564.6 million Ghana cedis to remain in the economy as textbooks will be printed locally. This is coming from the president. This is really good news for the printing industry in Ghana. On the back page, you have Black Stars plot Madagascar fall after Chad demolition in 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Asari deserves his place in post. Otoado is there speaking. Let me take you to the Herald. Herald starts by CDS, others defied Interior Ministry in armored Lexus car smuggling scandal. Dominic Nitiwul era saddles ministry with 270 million Ghana cedis food supply debt. This is coming from Dr. Omane Buama. 270 million food supply debt. Okay. National Security smashed Addison's BOG spying devices in his private home. Festus Abuaje. Tony Aubin reaffirms Mahama's vision for Petroleum Hub at meeting with Western Region chiefs. We have dismissed Minerals Commission boss over irregular mining licenses. Ken Ashibe demands. Okay, so that's what the Herald is saying. Let's go to the Daily Guide. On the front page of the Daily Guide, we have Ashanti Minister and Ghana National Fire Service PRO clash over a doomed fire. Relay ratify ABL mining lease Ashanti groups. We have NDC wanted list out. Okay, so those wanted in quotes. So NDC wanted list is out now. We have Dami, Gabby, Ursula, Kwaku, Asiamah on radar. Parliament supports Muntaka over Addison's house raid. 5 die in gory accident. Very unfortunate news there. I'll take you to the Chronicle next. And on the front page of the Chronicle, we have KGL Group Chair donates towards sports development at Mfantsipim. ABL appeals to government to ratify Nyinahin Block B mining license. We have Eduji spits venom on Afenyo Markin over allegations of missing 10,000 Ghana cedis jewelry after Addison's home raid allegations. Natoshi throws weight behind new DACF boss. Okay, and the scripture for today on the front page of the Chronicle, Psalm 38 verse 20. Those who repay my good with evil lodge accusations against me, though I seek only to do what is good. All right, so that's the scripture for today. I wonder whose shade that is. Let's go to the new publisher, the Ghanaian publisher, sorry. Ghanaian publisher says, oil cartels chasing after SML Ghana. Angry officers tell minister to behave. KGL boss donates 100,000 Ghana cedis to Mfantsipim, and that's what we have for Ghanaian publisher. Let's take the Informer next. And fight against Galamsey. Minister orders deportation of foreigners. Mahama urged to honor promise. Shut up, MPP made you. Adjoa Safo is being told. Your raids embarrassing Ghana, lawyer to national security. Government will respect academic freedom, Haruna assures public universities. Let's go to the Inquisitor, finally. And oil cartel after SML for blocking their chop avenues. Addison, the spy unmasked. Ghana to have the best tolling system in Africa. The roads minister is speaking there. That story came in the press last week, actually. And we have boss donates to chief imam towards Ramadan. And that's what we have for the Inquisitor newspaper. Let me go to page 13 of the Daily Graphic. I'll bring you that story, the efficient shift system key to 24-hour economy success. And I'll bring you some of that. We'll take a look at a few more stories and then we'll wrap it up for the news review. Okay, so we have on page 13 of the Daily Graphic, it says here, efficient shift system key to 24-hour economy success. It's coming from KPMG. Now, accounting and advisory firm KPMG has stated that the proposed 3-shift system for continuous operations at the workplace envisaged under the 24-hour economy can boost production by efficiently utilizing time slots. Now, I said the policy, one of the measures of the government is to stimulate economic growth, might lead to more hiring, especially in sectors such as manufacturing, retail, and other untapped industries. Now, the advisory firm, however, cautioned that improper shift management could put employees at risk of overworking, but ensure but ensuring fair rotation, scheduling, and equal distribution of shifts was as essential as it could be complex. There's a quote here: implementing an automated shift scheduling system would enhance effectiveness in shift management by leveraging digitalization. Such systems can optimize scheduling, reduce administrative burdens, and ensure compliance with labor regulations, thereby improving overall operational efficiency, the accounting firm said in its post-budget analysis issued last Friday. So the story goes on there. You can go and take a look at that and get into that. I'm going to take you to the Herald newspaper next. Let's read a couple of stories, well, a story from here. Now, this one says national security smashed Addison's BOG spying devices. Let me quickly read a portion of that for you. National security smashed Addison's BOG spying devices installed in his rich private home. Festus Abuaje is the one being quoted here. Now, Colonel Festus Boahen Abuaje, a retired security expert, has made a startling revelation about a national security operative's search of the private home of former Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Ernest Addison last week. Now, the operation, which has sparked controversy, was condemned by Minority Leader Alex Afenyo-Markin, who alleged that personal belongings, including jewelry and money, that's 10,000 Ghana cedis belonging to Dr. Addison's wife, were stolen during the search carried out with a warrant. Now, Herald's information indicates Dr. Addison resided in Achimota before relocating to the Ridge area, also in Accra, where he acquired another private residence after becoming governor. Now, Colonel Abuaje, a security analyst, disclosed that he had gathered from the state security apparatus that Dr. Addison had installed electronic surveillance devices in his home that were connected to the central bank, allowing him to monitor its activities remotely. Colonel Abuaje, speaking on TV3's The Key Points on March 22nd, 2025, said he had wired his place with what we call backdoor electronic devices. There are devices in this house wired to the Bank of Ghana, which enable you to monitor what is going on in the bank. He said the search was conducted based on this intelligence, adding that the destruction of Dr. Addison's CCTV cameras was actually the removal of a monitoring wire used for surveillance. What is coming out, and I quote, unless contested, is that there was intelligence. I'm speaking on what I have checked out, that former Governor Addison, when I got social information checked from a source within national security, certain individuals within the national security, that he has wired his place with what we call backdoor electronic devices. All right, so that's some update there. We'll see how this story develops. I'm sure there's going to be a response to this as well. So, yeah, let me just quickly read this other one as well. This is the CDS defying Interior Ministry in armored Lexus car smuggling scandal. So this one here is on page 3 of the paper. The Herald's investigation into irregularities surrounding the procurement of certain armored vehicles has revealed that the management of Akani Logistics may face serious consequences for bringing an armored Lexus LX600 2023 model into the country as part of a fleet of 6 armored cars and diverted it to the outgoing Chief of Defense Staff, General Thomas Opon-Prepra, to be registered as his private property. The Ministry of the of the Interior enforces strict regulation on importation of armored cars. Now, written approval is required before such vehicles are permitted entry into the country. However, both the company and the CDS circumvented these regulations by using the Ghana Armed Forces as a cover to bring the Lexus into the country. Interestingly, critical state institutions require permission from the Interior Ministry to operate armored plated vehicles. Banks also must obtain authorization to use them as bullion vans, while the Office of the Special Prosecutor had to request permission for Kisia Jaben to drive an armored-plated vehicle. And so this story goes on, and you get the details of that. Akani Logistics, which was handpicked by the Ghana Armed Forces to supply 5 armored Toyota Land Cruiser 300 GXR, that's B6 level vehicles, also included an armored Lexus LX 600 2023 model, black, with chassis number, and the chassis number is quoted there as well. So you can grab a copy of the Herald. It's on page 3 there. The final story I'll take you to is again in the Herald. It's an editorial. Fire outbreaks, the ignored crisis in Ghana. Now, in about 3 months, 2 major markets in the country witnessed fire incidents that destroyed goods worth hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis, leaving traders and shop owners in a flood of wailing, weeping, and gnashing of teeth. It began on January 2nd, 2025, with an inferno which raised the famous Kantamanto market, Following this was the January 13th, 2025 fire disaster at the Tichiman Central Market. Then came the latest fire at the Blue Light Arena in Idum, Kumasi, on March 21st. Now, the commercial hub housing shops selling mobile phones, accessories, jewelry, clothing, and second-hand goods recorded one of the major fire disasters in Kumasi. Even a day after the incident, traces of fire and smoke remained visible in the rubble, with burning metal containers scattered across the area. So I'll end the story here. You can grab a copy of the Herald newspaper to read that, but that's a very important read. I think that our fires are one too many, and I think that the discipline must come, first of all, from the authorities on different fronts. So first of all, those that manage market spaces, you have a duty to market traders, regardless of their emotional pleas. You have a duty to make sure, number one, that fire hydrants in the markets are working. If they are not, Ghana Water must come into play. If Ghana Water is refusing to do, sue them. You're a market. A fire might happen. It's for your own good, right? So there's that. Then there's the issue of fire tenders around our country. So this one falls at the feet of the government. We need to do better. We have taken security far more importantly than safety. We have prioritized security way above safety. And so that's why we have these challenges, where fire service comes in, there's not enough water. We don't even have, top of the end fire tenders. We all watched the footage. We were here on Friday. Our entire breakfast daily was just covering the fire. We all watched the fire tenders as they didn't even have the ladders, that they needed to get up on top of the fire to fight it. I think we saw just one of them that had that, And it's important. We are building more and more high-rise buildings. We need to invest in this. And we need to have more fire stations. We need to have more fire tenders. We need to beef up, seriously. All right. Any country worth its salt, you have to do this. It's important. Anyway, enough of that. Sports is next.